Hello viewers, and welcome to another race with the wheel, looking at the Ruf around Silverstone, and we're using all assists off. We've adjusted our FOV in the last video, we've got our wheel up and running, and away we go on a 10-lap race to see what we've learned. Well, we've been looking at braking points as we go into turn 1 there. This is running on 100% AI, so it's much more challenging now. You're going to see me pushing a lot harder, finding my own limits and trying to find ways to go quicker. Cars jostling for position, bounce around over that bump. Of course, tyres are still cold, so trying not to spin out. At the same time, there's a lot of opportunity for passing, but also in terms of contact. I mean, you can see the field there jostling through a melee of cars going around Luffield there, of course. Looking for a way on the inside. Oh, just keeping it, pushing it out slightly. Didn't touch that car, but he did go a bit wide. That's another interesting factor about the AI, is it's like they get flustered when you're behind them sometimes, which is great to see. Gives it a real realistic approach. On board though, it really works once you get the field of view set up. It's as if you're really there. So going on to the AstroTurf, car losing a bit of traction, took a knock from behind, and now into the braking zone of maggots and going round on the power as you exit that corner. So you're actually on the power when the car lands at that point. You wouldn't think so, given how tough the AI is being here in terms of speed and performance they're putting up. So whoa, back end standing out, just about catching it. I was trying to brake a bit later, of course no ABS, the brakes lock up a bit easier, and there wasn't quite the grip there I thought there was. So we're modulating the braking now. We're trying two different techniques: braking before the corner, accelerating in, but also braking a bit harder and a bit later, then coming off the brakes and hoping the tyres simply grip as I turn into the corner. So some of these AI are really late braking now. It makes it look like you're going really slow, but in actual fact they're not hanging about, and that's really impressive. You know, we've got how many cars? 20 cars racing here, and nobody's making a dent at the moment. Lap 3. Of course we'll be running much longer races. I do enjoy running longer races, it just gets me into it more. And you go through phases in a race as well, where you kind of zone out and you put in your best laps ever, and then you sort of wake up again and suddenly you think, where am I? And it's all a bit all over the place. So you can see the AI jostling for position there ahead of me. I'm thinking, I'm going to get past these guys here. Here's an opportunity, that's nice, I'll take that. Keep the car up on the inside, braking late, turn the car in. Could do with braking just a touch earlier there. The grip isn't always in the corner initially, but it really opens out for you on the exit. It's quite a frustrating corner. Going through the gears again on the power to go over that first bump. Up there, not always as I would like. Not just catch these guys, but overtake them if I can. They're braking later there than I can. I was trying a later braking, it's just not working for me. Bit concerned there was a car on my inside there, so I stayed to the inside line. Now I tried a wider line around there, and I tried a narrower line. I'm finding the narrower line is working for me in that second gear. Cops, I've tried two different types of lines through there as well, in terms of just trying to take a bit more speed through it, but I'm finding that the fourth gear, just getting good traction, is the way forward out of there. And there's two lines into this corner. There's a wider one and a narrower one. I'm taking the narrow line myself at the moment. It just suits me in terms of consistency. I'm not getting on the power quick enough in that section, so that's an area where I need some work. I can tell that when I'm driving. So I'm always thinking to myself, you know, what am I going to do next lap? You know, how am I going to improve the lap time there? Again, this is feeling good now with the wheel. You know, you're feeling suspension more, you're feeling the tyres, you're feeling the grip, much more progressive. Now, some of you will ask me about force feedback. I haven't been too much into the force feedback options. It's suppose in a way that's something where I feel the PC version is better as well, is in the force feedback. It just seems a bit better to me. I just think maybe I've set it up better, but certainly it's something I need to look at more. But either way, it's an excuse for the driving at the moment. That's all just down to understanding the grip and how best to brake. And what's the best way, good way to improve times? Well, time trials. You know, you want to do lots of laps. But for me, I do get quite bored in time trials sometimes. You know, sometimes I just enjoy the driving, and sometimes I just want to race. This is one of those days where I just want to race around Silverstone. Way up on the inside. I had to slow down just a little there. I could see he was going to cut in. He wasn't taking any prisoners. So Andy Scott is it in front of me. Not taking any prisoners. I'm trying to go up on the inside, but no, he's having none of it. No, but a little touch, and that sends us both a little bit wide. I keep my foot down and managed to get away with it. Onward. Working my way around. So do let me know what you'd like to see. Obviously we're using the PS4 version in these videos at the moment. That's going to be the main one I'm using at the moment. I will hopefully get back on the Xbox version for the TX wheel at some point. It's there to use, and I'll use it when I get my TV sorted out. If you're playing Project Cars, intending on getting it, want to write about it, make videos on it, talk about it, do let us know. There's the option of creating your own blog on teamvv.com now, so do get on there, share it with us. We'll share some of that on the channel and in our news as well. So it'd be great to hear from the community and see what you're all doing. It's free to create a page, so free to get involved. So I'd really like to see more of you getting involved on the Team VVV website, sharing some of your racing with us, and there'll be lots more in the way of competitions and community activity coming on the website as well. So lap 8 now, getting a bit more conscious now that I'm into the race. Nice to see the sky moving and changing. I've got it slightly sped up time, just to alter the lighting as the video progresses, and give you that feeling of an extended race and changing the weather conditions. The day will get progressively more cloudy as it goes on. I remember watching the GT Academy, they were doing this circuit, of course. Putting themselves under a bit of pressure a couple of years ago in wet weather conditions. And a few spins on this corner as well. Always one that can catch you out. The car is moving a lot there. I'm trying to keep it straight, but when you get on the power, the car's sort of dancing around, and it's the same up in the complex here. The car loses a lot of grip initially on this turn in, and you're sort of controlling the power and sailing it in. It's a little bit more unstable through here than it actually looks when you're more on the limit, and I've got a lot to find yet in terms of finding the perfect line. As we enter the final lap of this race, and I hope you've enjoyed this short run as well, and enjoyed the wheel video, just getting used to it. A wheel brings so much more to a racing game, and if you can get a wheel, get a rig, there's no going back by the end of it. I tell you, I got mine and I haven't looked back, and absolutely brilliant. So unable to make a dent on these cars, but that just shows you, once you put up the difficulty setting, to be able to be winning, depending on your grid position on the hardest settings, is certainly going to be a challenge. And, it will depend on, I guess, AI dependency on car to car, course to course and so on, but I really enjoyed that run, and that concludes this run with the Ruf on Silverstone with the wheel. And do check out the other videos on the channel, subscribe to keep up, and there'll be more from me very soon.